I decided to save money. Instead of getting a dry erase board, which I need, and just sort of diarizing day-to-day things and writing, because I'm writing a novel. Drafting is something I wanted to do on a dry erase board. So a dry erase board was going to set me back $500. So what I did is I got this marker for $36, and it works exactly like my mirror works exactly like a dry erase board. If you see, it's really easy to really easy to erase that. So I'm really happy. Really happy about that level of resourcefulness on my part. Say hey vlog. Oh, let me see your teeth. Let me see these teeth. Perfect. Perfect. You just need to go and get that little fragment replaced before you lose the rest of the tooth. See, my reasoning is that if I fix it now, then it's going to have stability and I won't lose the rest of it. I don't want to lose the rest of the enamel on the tooth and actually expose the nerve. So I'm making a conscious effort to train myself to stop filming in vertical mode, because yeah, then it just looks like a phone video. So I'm gonna try doing it like this. Pity this camera doesn't flip in the middle of filming, so I'm breastfeeding right now, so I need to take this girl to the dentist, as you can see on my list. But I also need to cook. I don't know if ground beef will be appropriate for her, because she's going to get dental bonding on a tooth that she chipped. But my blender's broken, so I can't even blend her meat for her. Anyway, we'll see. So watching Musakaula, and not really to support his content, that guilty it's not a pleasure, but it's that sort of necessary evil where you want to see the next outrageous thing that he does that proves he needs to be cancelled. Anyway, that's what those two bottles are about. While policing Musakawila, I couldn't help the craving for Hunter's Dry. So I had a bit of a... Okay.
Yeah, no, I had a bit of a bender the night before. So one gudu of a Hunter's Dry is your equivalent of a pint. So one gudu is like one draft and some. I got 2 ngudus. I was sharing with like one other person, and we both really enjoyed the drink. It reminds me of...
Are you ready? Are you gonna scream at the dentist? You're gonna scream?
You're a great help. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to call.
It reminds me of this lollipop that we used to like, the fizz pop, the green flavored fizz pop. I think that the green was the apple flavor. So tastes exactly like Hunter's Dry, really. It's like a lollipop for grown people. It leaves you with a buzz. But I feel like it's too much of a buzz. I felt too intoxicated from just one gudu. And then I had a meal, and then I felt like I was strong enough to have another pint, and that one really kind of left me feeling icky. So it's not for me. I think there's too much. It's too sugary. So I won't be doing that anymore. Going back to drinking Chardonnay.
So I've asked my boy to scramble some eggs for his sister while I breastfeed, because that ground beef won't be ready. It won't be ready before 11:30. It's 11:15 now. It's gorgeous weather outside. I'm glad because I don't have any clothes for cold weather. Really bothers me that I can't flip the camera while we're filming, but I've asked my mother to accompany us to the dentist so that I can vlog this experience. Cut. Oh, please pass me the eggs. They're on the cane chair. Hi. Bye, babe. I love you.
Bye, Papa.
Later. I love you.
Love you too.
Okay, let me lock. Please put the volume up. This is Regis Street, and then to the left, where the dentist is, huh? No, I'm talking to the vlog. I'm talking to the vlog. This is Zeliwa. Yes, this is Zeliwa Street, and the dentist is right there. Yeah. There's a parking spot ahead. There's a car behind you. Did you see? Yeah, I think you're allowed to. No, maybe not. Oh, 1 second. I'll lock. I just need to get my thing on the bag. It's this way. That way. Y'all can go ahead of me. I don't know, but I guess you could come back and move it. Huh? Yeah, let's just go to the reception. It's that Dr. Timbers. calm moment here at the dentist. So fortunately, I am late, and the appointment before us was early, so I get to Wusa before my daughter actually gets the service, which is awesome because I'm new to the vlogging game. Not sure how long I'm gonna play in this genre of videography. Miguel is drooling so much because her molars are coming in. Acho my sisi. Tiwa mama. Mama. Nangahamba. Since shy rounds. Come on, Habibi, Hamad, Habibi. Hamad, Habibi. No cap, I am nervous about bringing in someone so small into the dentist. Never had to do it before. My son's milk teeth and his permanent teeth haven't had any trauma, so we never had to patch up anything, and it doesn't hurt, dental bonding, but restraining her and holding her still is going to piss her off, and that's my worry. That is my worry. It's not your turn yet. So it's about a quarter of the piece missing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to look like this, right? And that's like this. And then this has an early action. This is. So it's this. I just need her to have that repair. If it's possible.
At this age, it is possible. Yeah, it is possible, but we need, but the material is quite sensitive, and for now we need to sustain it. Hold it, but I don't want to touching it and stuff at all. He is getting it under control. Alright, the material is quite sensitive, and I need a calm. So most of the time, I would say probably we need to consider sedating. Is he experiencing any pain?
No, but I'm worried that it's jagged. So I'm worried about it causing injury in her mouth and losing stability and then tripping off.
Hold on. Yeah, others from my side, at this age, she's still quite young. And the only option
was saying how the only option would be to sedate the child in order to do any work on her, whether it be the replacement of the missing fragment of the tooth or professional cleaning, because I had been hoping that she might be able to get that done, because she responded badly to fluoride toothpaste, and it took just 2 weeks for biofilm to form over her two front incisors. So biofilm causes this sort of brown staining, and when I caught on that that's how she was reacting to fluoride toothpaste, I then stopped using fluoride toothpaste, and I'm literally just brushing her teeth with water, and sometimes I will add a little bit of lemon juice, like fresh squeezed lemon juice, because it's a natural bleach, and vitamin C is also great for the skin of her gums and as an antioxidant to prevent biofilm. So really, before fluoride toothpaste, there was no sort of cleaning agent that I was adding to the water, and her teeth were doing great. They were sparkling. And then during 2 weeks of fluoride toothpaste, things went south. And so I had to do the research, and I found many cases of fluorosis, or sort of fluoride buildup on the teeth that causes staining. And unfortunately, you didn't get the part of that where the doctor heard about that. But I will say, just like with the saline nasal drops, I met with a sort of maybe disbelief, or maybe the lack of willingness to believe that fluoride toothpaste really has been bad for the baby's teeth. The same way that it was difficult to get a general practitioner to believe that saline nasal drops had been bad for my baby when she was 1 month old. But that's another story. We'll get into it in a different vlog. So this is a clip from one of the many YouTube channels that I watched while I was looking for a well-rounded discussion of fluoride, the impact of fluoride on teeth, and especially children's teeth. Because the issue with having a limited pool of medical opinions in a small country like ours that is a bit cut off for the most part from international practice in so many areas of our lives, finding, for example, a doctor in India where fluorosis has such a big impact, such a widespread impact, it was helpful to validate the experience that I was having with my daughter, even though it is uncommon for other people to report this complaint to dentists. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It doesn't mean that fluoride doesn't have a negative impact on the dental and oral hygiene of our children.
Hi, I'm Dr. Umar, practicing dental surgeon in Motherhood Hospitals, Bangalore. As we all know, basically countries in Asia, we don't have a system of what we call public water fluoridation system, what we usually find in the Western countries. If you have to go about a water fluoridation system, it is basically providing level of fluorides which is normally under normal levels for consumption for the general public. But in countries like India, we don't have such kind of systems. So we have to supplement the fluorides through other various means. Now, when you talk about dangers of fluorides, in certain areas in countries like India, where there's a huge amount of fluoride present in the water system. So if children or the general public are exposed to these kinds of high levels of fluoride in water, drinking water especially, then the high levels of fluorides are incorporated in the body system at the early stages, and these can be manifested at a later stage of life, and they can be present as the acute toxicity of fluorides, and this condition is known as fluorosis. Now, fluorosis can be categorized into two things mainly. One is which can affect the whole body as a whole, or it can just affect the teeth due to acute toxicity or overdosage of fluoride therapy.
Looks like I found a cute station for monologues here in the middle of this indie reality show that I have going on now on my YouTube. I'll tell you about me and vlogging. I had a tete-a-tete with myself, a heart-to-heart yesterday, just around the question, am I a vlogger? Yes or no? Am I going to do this or am I not going to do this? Because I was struggling with deciding what's going to be content and what's not going to be content in my life. So it is the easier thing to decide was I'm not a vlogger. I'm a YouTuber, but I'm not a vlogger. And that's based on the sort of genre that I went for the first few videos that I posted. And that's the genre, that's the feel I wanted to go with. for the rest of my content. Okay, Wenzulu, you have the floor. So I had thought I would carry on doing these hard-hitting discussions, topics, but I found that I really like the dimension that vlogging adds to my storytelling ability, and even these political issues that I raise in a very direct and formal way. I think vlogging enriches my experience of these issues because we then get to interact with them in real time, you know, like issues of medical care, medical service, the quality of the medical care that we have available to us. So I really enjoyed bringing you guys along to my daughter's first dentist's appointment. And obviously the situation begs a review, and I know that it's something that they were apprehensive about, because I did explain that I have a YouTube channel at the reception while I was asking for permission to film my daughter there. So I could see the apprehension, and I'm gonna need to gather myself to discuss my experience of that dentist's appointment. It's not terrible. It's not as stressful as experiences that I've had in the past that we'll talk about. Experiences where I was literally fighting for my baby's life or my children's life against medical malpractice and parental abuse, because there is that intersection, as you'll find in my experience. Anyway, before it gets too heavy, let's catch up later. It was a disappointing day at the dentist. It wasn't entirely the dentist's fault. He gave me the information that I needed, which is that my daughter would need to be sedated to make the procedure of mending her tooth safe. However, I'm glad that I took a step back to do research about having children sedated for dentistry, and I found that the doctor was right, because what you didn't hear in the clip is that he ultimately advised that I leave the situation with the chipped tooth alone, that because it's not causing the child any pain, then it's fine. My only complaint about my experience with Dr. Temba was his level of discomfort with having a baby in his consultation room. And maybe that's because he's not accustomed to babies. But if you look back at that clip, a couple of times he was like, yeah, hold her. And, you know, as a mother, being told by a man or just any other adult to hold your baby because they are so worried about what your baby might do in their premises it's annoying, because as the mother, you already know what your baby gets up to, and you don't want to be made to feel like you're a nuisance when you've come in for a particular service. So maybe it's because he's not specifically a pediatric dentist. I don't know, but I didn't like that. So 1, 2, he made a criticism that the issue is that we are too exposed because of the internet as parents, and I think specifically as millennial parents or younger parents. And I didn't appreciate that, because it comes back to this stigma that being exposed has in my small country. It's frowned upon when a citizen takes it upon themselves to expose themselves to standards in different areas of service, standards that are available to people in economies that are doing better. We need that for ourselves as well. As a Maswati, we need to keep wanting better for ourselves. So I didn't appreciate that quip from Dr. Temba, but otherwise, you know, pleasant guy, good information that I got. When my child is older, I might try to get the tooth repaired again, but then it'll be closer to the time when she loses the tooth anyway, to make room for her permanent tooth. So I guess this is just going to be part of her cuteness then for the rest of her childhood. At the end of the day, my son and I sun gaze. It's also how we start the day. So we sun gaze at sunrise and we sun gaze at sunset because it's safe to look directly at the sun when it's lowest in the sky. Not just safe, but also beneficial. But I don't feel like lecturing anymore in this vlog, so I'm gonna play out with my song Famboteka.
There's a war